Hello everyone and welcome back to the breakdown. Today I want to be teaching you guys how to start a Spigot server in Minecraft 1.13.1. Now I do want to start out by saying that this is not a 24-hour server. It's only up and running when your computer is up and running. If your computer isn't working, this server isn't working. It uses your own computer's resources, meaning that if you don't have a good computer, you might not be able to use this server type here. And last but not least, it is hosted on your own internet connection, meaning you can only give this server out to your friends, family, and people you trust. If you just post it publicly on the internet, people can take your internet down by DDoSing you. They can figure out where you live and much more through your IP address. So this is only for your friends and family, and it's using your own computer's resources. What if you want a server though that you can use anytime, that's up 24/7, that you can give to anybody in the world, that's not going to affect your internet? Well, you can check out game servers at the first link down below, the breakdown.xyz/game servers, to get an awesome 24-hour DDoS protected Minecraft server running Spigot for just $4 per month. A $4 server over there is going to get you an awesome deal. We personally use them and absolutely love them. Again, that is the first link down below, the breakdown.xyz/MC server. Nevertheless, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into this. The first thing you want to do if you're setting up a Spigot server for you and your friends is to come here. This is the second link down below, and this is Spigot's download page. And right here we can say 1.13.1 there. We want to go ahead and click on that download button right next to it. It's going to take us over to here, which is the, second download page. And then we can click on Spigot 1.13.1 jar in the center of the screen. It'll then download, and then in the bottom left, we will need to keep this file as long as you're getting it through the link in the description. And, clicking where I clicked, you're good, and it should say Spigot-1.13.1.jar down there. If it does, we can keep this file once the download is finished. The download is done, and we need to just click keep down here, and if we minimize our browser, it is on our desktop. If yours isn't on your desktop, hit the Windows key on your keyboard and R at the exact same time. That'll open up the run folder here. Then type in downloads exactly like that and hit enter, and it will open up your downloads folder here. Take your Spigot file that's in your downloads folder and drag it to your desktop for this tutorial. Once you've got this on your desktop, go ahead and right click, create a new folder. You can name this whatever. I'm just going to name mine Spigot server 1.13.1. Then go ahead and take your Spigot 1.13.1 jar file you downloaded here and drag it into your folder you created. Once it's in here, we want to go ahead and right click, create a new text document, right? New text document. See that right there? It's going to create that. We can just click off of it. Doesn't matter what we name it. Then go ahead and open up your new text document here. In this new text document, you actually want to go to the description and find one of these codes, right? So basically, do you want a 2 GB server? Do you want a 3 GB server or a 4 GB server? I would recommend a 2 GB server if you're going to have about 5 players and 10 to 20 plugins. Probably more like 5 players and 10 plugins. A 2 GB server should be okay. You can keep going up from there. If you're going to have, say, 20 players and 20 plugins, a 4 GB server is where you're going to need to be. Nevertheless, we're going to start this one on 2 GB. You can find these, by the way, in the description. Just go down there and copy that, and then paste it in your new text document here. This should start with Java. Then you want to go ahead and click File, Save As, and then you want to save this in the Spigot server 1.13.1 as run.bat. Then you want to come down here to where it says Save Type As and click on All Files. Once you've done that, go ahead and click Save. Now, if we close out of the text document we opened here, we can see that we have this Run Windows Batch file. Go ahead and double click on that, and it will start your server up here. Now, it's going to fail, and that's okay. If this doesn't start your server, by the way, you need to download Java. You can find the Java link in the description down below on our website. This is the Java development kit that you need for Minecraft. It's what Minecraft is built on, Java 8. And here it is. We have an entire tutorial about it showing you every step that you need to know to get this up and running. But what if it doesn't work? Sometimes you'll download and install Java and you still won't be able to run your Minecraft server. Well, you need to run the jar fix, which is also linked down below. It's our in-depth tutorial on running the jar fix and getting your Java fixed and spiffy. Looking all good. There you go, right? So if you can't open these files, download Java, and then run the jar fix, and you'll be good to go. If we minimize our browser now, we can see that the server is stopped and failed out. We can press any key to continue. Then we should have this, the EULA. Go ahead and double click on that. It will open in Notepad. And then you want to go to this address right here in your web browser. Read over that EULA, and if you agree to it, come down here from EULA equals false to EULA equals true, TRUE, and then go ahead and click File, Save. After you've done that, we can come back over here and double click on our run file that we created, and this time the server will start up and it will generate everything. And at that point, your Spigot server is set up. You could go join it, but your friends can't join it. And I don't know about you, if I'm going to start a Spigot server, I want my friends to be able to join. So I'm going to go ahead, let this finish opening up for the first time, and then once it's done that, I will show you guys how to let your friends join your Spigot server. And as we can see over here, it does say done, meaning our server is set up and, well, done. So now just go ahead and type stop over here, STOP, exactly like that, and it will close out of the server, and then eventually it'll say press any key to continue. Then go ahead and press any key. Now let's set this up so your friends can join. Doing this is pretty simple. Hit the Windows key in the top left. It's, for me, up there in the top left. For you, it's in the bottom left, right? Just the Windows icon there. It'll open up Start menu like this. Type in CMD, exactly like that, and go ahead and open up Command Prompt here. Once you're in Command Prompt, type IP, CONFIG, IP config, all one word, exactly like that. Hit enter, and it will give you some numbers here. The things we're focusing on is our IPv4 address and our default gateway. So write both of those down, keep Command Prompt open, but those are the numbers we're going to be working with here. The first thing we want to do is take our IPv4 address and then come over here to our server file. You see this? It's a properties file. Double click on that and it should ask you where you want to open it. If you want to open it, you want to open this in Notepad, right? So go ahead, open it in Notepad, and once you're open in Notepad here, you want to find server-IP equals. See that? And right here we want to type in our IPv4 address, which is 192.168.1.123. Now yours may be completely different. That's why we went over here and typed in ipconfig to find the one for you, because your IPv4 address will most likely be different from mine. That's perfectly okay. Just take that IPv4 address and copy it over here, exactly what it says in the CMD over here into a server IP right next to it. So now we can go ahead and click File, Save on our server properties file, close out of that, and now we need to really get things going by port forwarding. Now don't freak out, okay? I've helped millions of people port forward, so let's go ahead and jump on into this. First thing we want to do is open up our browser here, and we want to open up a new tab, exactly like this. In this new tab, we want to type in our default gateway. 192.168.1.1 is mine. Yours may be the same. If it's not, that's fine. Whatever your default gateway is, go ahead and type it into this new browser. So in my case, 192.168.1.1. Hit enter, and you'll see a page that looks exactly the same, or most likely completely different from what you're seeing on your screen right now. If that's the case, don't freak out. You're going to see a login box no matter what. What do you enter in that login box? Well, you can actually go to a link in the description down below. I've lost what number it is, but it'll be titled Find Your Router Password or something like that, and it will take you off to this article on how to find your router's password. This is a step-by-step thing, a method by method. Start with method 1 all the way down through method 5 on how to find your router's password, and eventually you'll find it. We've helped over 30,000 people find theirs with just this article alone. So yeah, go there, figure it out, and once you've got that, come back here and log into your router. Now, when it comes to port forwarding, a lot of people say, Nick, you are port forwarding and the way you do it on your router doesn't do it. It's not how it works on my router. Well, that's fine, because we have a tutorial also linked in the description down below right here. This video is a step-by-step guide. It shows you how to port forward on the most popular routers out there. Not only does it show you Linksys, the router I have, it shows you Netgear, TP-Link, AT&T, Verizon, and more. It's all covered in that video. It's all in depth. Go check it out. It will help you port forward, I promise. But how do you do it on my router? What ports do you need to forward? Let's go ahead and do that. So on this Linksys router, it's in security for me. For you, it may also be in security. It could also be under advanced or administrator or advanced and then advanced again. It could be called NAT Gaming, N-A-T Gaming. It could be called NAT Forwarding. But basically, for me, it's in security. And then from here, it's in apps and gaming. And for you, it may be called apps and gaming as well. It could also be called NAT Gaming or something like that. Once I click on App Gaming, I actually then have to click on Single Port Forward, right? So right there, Single Port Forward. Yours may just be called Port Forward or Port Forwarding or Port Forwarding / Port Triggering. It could also just be called NAT Gaming or NAT Forwarding or something like that. But once you found this, you should have a few options. Now I have to click Add a New Single Port Forward. You may not have to do that. It might just be a big list of ports, but basically you should have a few different sections. First off, you should have something like an ID or a name. Basically, this is just for your own reference. It doesn't matter what you put in here. I'm just going to put in Minecraft for anywhere that it asks for a port. If it asks for port 1 and port 2, or external and internal, right? Or starting port and ending port, whatever it says. For port forwarding, put in 25565, right? For internal port or anything else to do with a port, put 25565. For your protocol, you want to do both, or TCP/UDP, or UDP/TCP. Whatever you do, you want to make sure both protocols are selected. If you can't select both protocols, all you need to do is do it once for TCP, once for UDP, and then you're done. But for me, I can do both, so that's what I'm going to do. And if you can do both, that's what you need to do. For your device IP, this is actually going to be our IPv4 address that we found over here. In my case, 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.123, right? And that is the IPv4 address that we have over here. As you can see, there's that number, and it matches over here. You may just have a list of devices. If that's the case, select your computer for that device. Now go ahead and click Save, and then click Apply, OK, whatever yours says. I have to click Save, and then I click Apply, and then I click OK, and then I'm done port forwarding. The hard part is over. At this point, we just need to join your server, so let's go ahead and launch it right on up here. Just double click on Run, and then I'm also going to open up Minecraft 1.13.1, and in this time that I'm opening Minecraft, I do want to say this: if you're just looking for an awesome survival server, it's actually open in the background and I didn't even know, but if you're looking for an awesome 1.13.1 survival server, it's grief protected, it's incredible, come join play.breakdowncraft.com. That is our Minecraft server that we put a ton of time into. We put so much work into it, and you will absolutely love it. Again, it is play.breakdowncraft.com. All the info is in the description down below. It's also in the bottom corner of your screen and all that stuff. Now, as we can see over here, our server is done opening, and we can go ahead and click on multiplayer, and then we can direct connect. Now, first off here, let's direct connect to our IPv4 address. So if we pull it back up over here, it was 192.168.1.123, right like that. We can compare it, and those numbers are the same. So go ahead and click join, and we'll see, boom, there I am popping into the game. Awesome stuff. So we are now on our server. At this time, I would go ahead and op yourself, meaning you can change your game mode and do all that stuff. So to do that, come over here to your server prompt, type OP, and then whatever your username is. So OP space, in my case, Nick's Games. Yours may be OP space, I don't know, Spider Venom 12373. That's actually a mod on our server. It's not the same numbers, but Spider Venom is an awesome helper on our server. But nevertheless, once you've typed in that, hit enter, and then it will make you an operator, as you can see. And now we can do stuff like /game mode creative, right like so. And I can fly and do all that stuff. But that's not how your friends will join your server. Your friends will not join through your IPv4 address. We were just testing to make sure everything was up and running. So let's go ahead and disconnect from the server and join how your friends will join. This is what you're going to give them. So what we want to do is come up here, go back into our browser, right? Go into the description of this video, and there's a link to What's My IP. And it's this website. It'll take you here. Now, on this page, there are black boxes, right? There's a black box over the first 3 digits of my IP address. There's also a big black box over here on this side of the screen. The reason for that is I don't want to give my IP address out publicly, just like you shouldn't. If you want to give this IP, your Minecraft server IP, out to everybody, you need a server with game servers. First link down below. But people can also figure out where you live, your city, your state, all of that stuff from your IP address, even your latitude and longitude coordinates. So make sure you're careful whenever you're doing this and you only give your IP address out to everyone that you trust, not just to anybody and everybody. But nevertheless, you want to go ahead and copy this IP address. This is the same IP address that you'll be giving to your friends, your family, people you trust who you want to join this server. But let's go ahead, go back into Minecraft. We can direct connect again here. And then once we've done that, we can type in the IP address that we just got, our public IP, and then there it is. You can see the last 3 digits do match up to the last 3 digits that we saw earlier. Go ahead and click Join Server, and just like that, we are in the same server. We can pull up our console over here and see that we are, in fact, there it is, Nick's Games has joined the game. So, awesome stuff there, guys. That is how you can create your own Spigot server, but a Spigot server is pretty useless without plugins, and if you click on the eye at the top of your screen, you will see an in-depth video on how to install plugins on your Spigot server, in addition to how to find them. Now, if you are having issues with your friends joining your Spigot server, well, guys, all you need to do is disable your firewall either on your computer or on your router. Many routers have firewalls that actually prevent port forwarding. So yeah, go through there, make sure that's turned off, as well as any firewalls on your computer such as Windows Defender could be blocking them, but turn that stuff off at your own risk. Antiviruses can also sometimes cause a bit of a ruckus with Minecraft servers. But yeah, there you guys have it. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section down below. My name is Nick. This has been The Breakdown. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, check out a video on your screen right now if you want plugins on your server, but I'm out, guys. Peace.